hardly contain my excitement. First of all, I'm caffeinated, but second of all, we now have access to Canva for Education. For a long time, only teachers could use Canva because it was not EdLaw 2D compliant at Shen. However, after repeated attempts, we now have Canva having signed a DPA so students can use it. And as a bonus with that, we now have Canva for EDU, which means instead of a regular free account, we have a Canva for Education account, which is somewhere in between that free account and the pro version, plus some extra educational features. When you as a teacher sign in now using your Google sign-on, you'll notice up here in the corner that you have a couple teams that you can join, including Shenendehowa. You can also create your own teams of specific educators that are collaborating on a project together, so like your PLC. And you'll be able to share things with students directly from this interface. When you get here, you'll notice that a lot of the templates that are available to you are customized for education now versus just generic ones. And you'll have access to a whole bunch of different resources that are education only when you go into a template and try to modify it. So I'm in a template right here. And then when you say you want to add an element to it and you want to add a graphic of some kind, what you will see now is that you used to have crowns for the pro version. Most of those are going to be gone, and you're going to be able to access a much larger library. But you'll also notice that some of the graphics that are in the library are now only available for EDU users. So you've got a whole bunch of new stuff available to you in Canva for Education. And you will be able to share those projects to Google Classroom as assignments for your students. So you click the share button once you've got your template set up. You click the Google Classroom button and continue. It will ask you which of your Google Classrooms you want to share that with from the pull down as soon as it makes that connection. And then you will be able to post that template as an assignment, putting text in right from Canva into Google Classroom. Okay. One of the things we're still working on is this Canva for You EDU integration. So right now, teachers have access. Students should be coming soon. Right now, it's not working, but sometime, hopefully in the next week, you'll see that in there. To help you with Canva for Education, we've designed a web page that has some resources on it for you. So to get to this Canva for Education page, which has a video that I didn't make on YouTube with the general features, and then some specific articles directly from Canva and how to use it for education, you can go to a bit.ly. The bit.ly is bit.ly/shencanva, and it will take you directly to this page here. So if you didn't get that address, it is bit.ly/shencanva. And that will take you directly to the Canva for Education page you see here in front of you, where you can learn more about it. It'll take you, it has that video from YouTube. It has a couple articles about how you can utilize Canva for Education with your students, some with specific ideas in them. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Can't tell you how excited I am to have this. Teachers, you guys have been waiting for it for a while. We're glad we finally can provide it for you. Okay, if you have questions, you want help with that, please reach out to one of the instructional technology coaches, and we'll be glad to sit down with you and help you co-plan a project or work in Canva to get your template ready and then send it to Google Classroom. All right, next up for what we learned this week is something called Google Collections. So google.com/collections will get you to the collections website. It's a really kind of a neat little tool. It lets you build a library. Let me go back one page and show you. This is my main page. I have 4 collections that I put together, one on SQL, one on queries, one on problem solving, favorite pages. These can just be for you, like collections of resources that you found. And it's not really that much different than bookmark folders up here. The difference being is that when you can see these are all marked private right here, is when I go into one of these, I get little thumbnails of the pages. So there's some really neat little views you get there. But you can also come up here to hit share, and then you can make the collection public or share it with specific people and even let them make changes. So for instance, if this was one that Vanessa and I were going to work on together, I would click contributor link, click continue, and then it brings up that standard sharing screen that you see a lot of time where I can pick specific people to be able to add to this collection page or remove stuff from this collection page. And so you can have multiple people edit it, but then share the link with a whole bunch of people who you want to have this as a resource page. So it's a way basically to share a group of websites with other people. And that's called Google Collections, google.com/collections. All right, this last video is something I've talked about before, but one of our colleagues reminded me about it earlier today and I said, I think I want to share that. So when you're in Google and you're creating a new document, Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms all have a little arrow next to it where you can go to a template library and create those things from a template. And we'll show you some of those in a second. However, Google Sites over here on the More page doesn't. Okay. All 5 of these tools do have a template library that has both Shen specific templates and then Google general templates attached to it. Okay. If you go this way, wherever you are in whatever folder you are is where that new templated doc will be created, so it helps you keep things a little bit more organized for these 4. However, for sites only, you can't go this way through Drive to get to the template library. So what you have to do is click the little Rubik's Cube / waffle up here. And then you're going to scroll down until you find the Google Sites icon, which mine is up at the top, actually. Some of you will have it down at the bottom. When you click that, it takes you to the generic sites page that shows you your recently opened sites. And any of these are somewhere in a shared folder or your Drive. The ones up here at the top are the templates that are produced either by Shen or by Google. If you click here on Template Gallery, it'll take you in and show you the Shen one. So we have the main web page template. We have the Inside Shen template here. Clicking on either of those will start you a new page. It'll put it in your main My Drive folder, and you can create that content and then file it away where you want. You also have the General tab, which are all of the Google templates for that tool. Remember, we're currently on Sites. However, back here, when you're on the Shen tab, notice up here in the corner, you can submit a template. So if in the daily course of your professional duties, you find that you've created something that other people want to use, submit it as a template, and then either IMS or one of the coaches will approve that template, and it will get added to the Shen library for everybody to use for that tool. So this is the Google Sites template gallery here. However, if we were to use the Rubik's Cube and go to Slides, then up here at the top, click on the template gallery. You would see the Shen template gallery here has a couple different things in it. If you scroll down, there's like a slides template, and then there's some presentation designs, and then some letters and faxes up here at the top. Or you click general and you see all of the Google ones. Again, you do have the power to submit templates to help everybody else out when there's something that you find you're using over and over again, or other people ask you to share with them and then they have to make a copy of it and you're worried about them making a copy of it, that kind of thing. Submit it as a template. Okay. All of the main tool ones are also available through your Google Drive by simply clicking on New, coming down here to the arrow and choosing from a template, and it will take you to that template gallery screen directly. Okay, so that's templates for all of the main Google Workspace tools. Sheets, Slides, Docs, Forms, and Sites are all available for a template library.